Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is August 24th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop, and you can see the remnants of Tropical Storm Harold moving across Arizona towards Utah here. And if you blink, you might miss it. This upper level low off the coast of California actually going to kick off some thunderstorms today across maybe the Sierra Nevada and Northern California. Could actually add to some of the fire danger going on here, or even create some new forest fires here with this activity. Then we're going to try to build a ridge across some of the southwest USA. How much will it affect the temperatures across California towards Vegas and Phoenix? We'll check out those details here as we go through the video. Looking at this day in SoCal weather history, check it out. 2013 tropical storm Ivo down here, not as strong as Hillary was, but it did bring some severe thunderstorms out there, and usually that's the big weather maker here across California, the monsoon or some thunderstorm activity associated with some tropical remnants. This is looking at the red flag warning up there for Northern California. Includes just off from Crescent City there. You can see it includes Hoopa out there as well. And you can see scattered thunderstorms producing abundant lightning out there. Could kick off some more forest fire starts. Outflow winds gust to 40 miles per hour can make it virtually impossible to fight some of these fires here when they get going. So, watch out for that across the region up here. And as humans, let's try not to increase some of that fire. Let's not start any more fires out there. This is looking at today's rainfall chances. Las Vegas kind of calling attention to the threat of thunderstorm activity across the region today. But of course, better chances as you go off towards the Grand Canyon or towards Cedar City and St. George, Utah there. This is looking at the high pressure building up this weekend. Flagstaff and Phoenix, Arizona National Weather Service are calling attention to this. So you're going to be looking at some potential record heat with this heat wave as well. How much will it get into California? We'll look at that here in a moment. This is the monsoon activity forecast here. You can see basically chances all the way in through early next week with some heavy rain, small lightning, pretty typical monsoon activity. This is the high temperature forecast. So this is for today. Not bad out there, right around average this time of year. Stockton, Sacramento, Chico, Redding here. Of course, if you really want to beat the heat, get out towards the coastline, but not too bad anywhere right now. We're going to bump those temperatures up a bit here as we go through the forecast. Now, I wanted to show you this real quick. The NAM 3KM, this is the high resolution model, hot off the presses. There goes the remnants of Tropical Storm Harold. But look at this upper level low here, and look at this activity is going to kick off across Northern California, and this wave will move up across Pacific Northwest as well. We got to watch this for some thunderstorm activity across the Sierra Nevada here and Northern California as we go through the day today. This is looking at total precipitation in inches on the high resolution model. There goes Tropical Storm Hillary and its remnants. Some thunderstorm activity across Nevada here, all the way down in towards some portions of extreme eastern California, Sierra Nevada getting their activity, and some precipitation with these storms here, but with those gusty winds and all that lightning that will potentially happen here across Northern California there, you can't rule out some additional new fire starts there and even some spread of what's going on across Northern California already. The good news is a lot of the Sierra Nevada here and much of California is doing all right, except for Northern California coming up. So anyway, looking at day one excessive rainfall outlook, that's due to Harold. It does include Las Vegas. Day two, you can see that kick off to the east and even further east on in through day three. Now here we go, 500 millibars. You can see that upper level low moving across the area here. This is last night's European run, and you can see it bring that thunderstorm threat today. And the low kind of retrogrades a bit here, and we start to build this ridge across some of the southwest. We'll look at those temperatures like I keep saying here in a moment. You can see that trough kind of keeping things suppressed a little bit. Might help us not warm up too much there across California. And you can see another ridge develop in the wake of that as we go through the middle portion of next week. We'll watch that day by day. Look at Burbank, by the time you get towards Sunday, probably above average temperatures, potentially breaching the 100-degree mark here as we go through Monday and Tuesday, so definite warm-up coming. This is the GFS calling for 103 and 105 on Monday and Tuesday here for some of the southern California areas here. Los Angeles Metro warming up quite nicely here. Bakersfield, California, just a little bit above average here as we go through the middle portions and later portions of next week. Nothing too crazy. And Sacramento kind of bubbling around about there, a little bit above average for this time of year. You can see that average temperature 95, very slowly starting to trail off as we move through the early portion of September. Here's San Jose, California. Check it out. Wednesday, Thursday, you can see the bump in the temperatures there, but nothing too crazy right now anyway. No major heat wave looms. Los Angeles, LAX here, you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, temperatures going up even towards the coastline areas here for Southern California also. This is looking at Las Vegas here. By the time you get towards Sunday, you're going to be dealing with some pretty warm temperatures here. You could even get towards 110 there on Tuesday. European kind of tends to underdo some of these temperatures here. So pretty warm temperatures coming out through the early portion of this week if you're headed out towards Vegas or if you live there. And look at Phoenix, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 days there, 110 plus coming up. But yeah, it doesn't doesn't take much to get those temperatures pretty crazy, because the average high this time of year is about 103, 104 for Phoenix anyway. Then the very slow decline as you move through early portion of September. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook above, kind of highlighting that ridge building across the region. 8 to 14 day. Hopefully we can keep this going and keep some above average precipitation across a lot of the southwest. Global tropics hazard just kind of showing a little bit of a chance here as we go through early September for additional tropical systems to develop there. Always watching for that, because that can be a big weather maker there for Southern California as those remnants move north. But look at across the Atlantic here as well. Look at that over 60% chance of tropical cyclone formation here. Interesting stuff going on over there. Now looking at Northern California, you can see all the fires and the degraded air quality out there. So yeah, I mean, no getting away from it there if you're out across the region. But the good news is that you guys know, after the last few years of some of the incredible amounts of forest fire activity and the smoke, that it can be much worse across the state here. So right now, just kind of confined to Northern California. I know that doesn't bring them much relief here, and there is the potential for those thunderstorms to create even a couple more fires as well. This is looking at 8-meter basically surface level smoke here on the HER 12Z run, and you can see this forest fire smoke kind of bouncing around Northern California. Some of that escaping down south a bit here, but of course nothing is near as bad as what we've had in years past. So anyway, maybe some of this thunderstorm piece will end up helping some of those forest fires out there. We'll see. And you can see if you go to Western Fire Chiefs here, you can kind of zoom in and see all this forest fire activity there as well across Northern California, Southern Oregon. Now this is looking at El Nino really quick here. So we start this on July 25th there, and you can kind of see the 30-day running sea surface temperature anomaly, and you can kind of see that increasing, continuing across the El Nino region here. 3.4. We continue to warm up slowly but surely, and you can see the temperature along the coast of California has actually been warming up quite nicely here as well as we've been moving through August. Still just a couple pockets of below average temperatures here, mainly across Northern California there, but a lot of Central and Southern Cal warming up out there as that tongue of warm, cool water continues to push off to the west. This is looking at the Nino 3.4. We are now at 1.3 Celsius. That's getting very close to strong El Nino territory here. And once you get to strong El Ninos, you can enhance some of that precipitation, especially across Southern California as we go through the later on into the winter, and usually early spring is when that effect is most felt here. But that's something we'll watch off into the future. Kind of fun watching us make our climb out of La Nina to El Nino here over the last few months. But anyway, yeah, thunderstorms again today. There goes the tropical storm remnants. Harold moving across the area, going to build this ridge here. We'll just keep watching out as we go day by day. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments below, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.